right, let me go live on Facebook. Okay, good morning. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining me for Rise and Shine with Miko. So, isn't it fun that the moment you go live on Facebook, you catch a spider crawling next to your window, and I really want to get it outside, but I'm here, so I'm committed to you guys. Anyway, so I want to do a quick reflection on what 2020 has created that. Okay, let me say it again. What I have created in 2020, I want to do a recap, a reflection, because believe it or not, we are coming to the very end of 2020. It's so insane how fast time flies. The more every single year, time just goes by so much faster. And it's so important that I personally feel we do a reflection. We look back on how far we have come, what's in the gap, what's working, what's not working. And sometimes, as someone who's very ambitious, if you're highly ambitious, if you're driven, then you can probably resonate with this, that we can be so focused on what's next, where's my next goal, and we can be so laser focused on the one thing that isn't working or the one thing that's still not here yet, where you always want more success, more money, more this, more that. And sometimes we can just be so caught up with the small picture that we forget about the bigger picture. So stepping back and taking a look at, okay, what did I create, what worked this year, celebrating yourself, it's so important for driven people, because I'm speaking for myself. So taking a look back at these past year, it's insane how much has shifted in the span of just a couple of months, right? In the span of 12 months, most of us are typically staying at the same exact place that we are at a year ago. But for me, I'm fully committed to evolving, transforming, and shifting, becoming the highest version of myself moment by moment of every day. So almost feels like I'm on an exponential quantum leap kind of speed of growth every single day. So looking back, it was in March this year. I was still working at a minimum wage job, working at a residential facility for mental health teenagers, right? So that was just this year. March was when I finally quit. I was at that job for a full more over a year. Yeah, over a year. And I was doing graveyard shift. Like, I still cannot believe I was there for over a year doing graveyard, working for minimum wage job, like minimum wage, literally minimum wage, sacrificing my sleep. And I did it for a whole year, right? And then after I quit the job, I had my first $10,000 month in my own business, just 5 months after that, in August was when I created my first 10K month. It's so powerful how much things start to happen for us the moment we say yes, right? We take the leap and go for it anyways, without seeing how it's gonna happen, without knowing, just really like trusting the faith, leaning on faith, right? Leaning on my belief in myself, my belief in my capacity, and going in it with doing whatever it takes kind of mentality. And I created that. But I wouldn't say that was my biggest breakthrough. Honestly, it's really not. Like for 2020, I would say the biggest breakthrough was after the 10K month, was realizing that the greatest asset that I have is not money. It's consciousness. It's how much do I know who I am, what I am, what am I, right? What am I beyond this identity that I've picked up, that I've cultivated over the years? What am I beyond this physical five senses? Like, what am I on a higher spiritual level? And coming to a place where I've released so much of generational beliefs around uh, money limitations, fears around scarcity, generational decades of feeling unworthy, lack of self-love. I felt like I've healed and released a ton of those ever since I hit my first 10K month, and then hitting this moment where I just felt so empty. I felt unfulfilled. I felt just broken inside, right? Because I aimed for this goal for as long as I knew, for as long as I've been on my entrepreneurship journey. But the moment I hit it, I realized that it didn't change anything. Like it didn't change anything. And I was feeling so empty inside because I started to see people, I started to see my clients as walking dollar sign. And that was so against what my soul knows to be true. Um, but then I caught myself in this momentum, this cycle of chasing after money because I was living out these generational decades and years of feeling fear of not enough money, the fear of lack, fear of scarcity, the unworthiness conversation. So I was living out all of that. So when I became conscious of it, I took the necessary steps to healing the parts of myself that felt unworthy, that felt not good enough, that felt undeserving, that felt like I was always living in fear, that there's always never going to be enough. And I've been really shifting my nervous system, my entire energetic being, from one that's fear based to one that's love based, coming back to wholeness, coming back to this state of abundance just right here and right now, coming back to feeling what it feels like to be worthy, feeling what it feels like to love myself on an unconditional level. So went from minimum wage job at the beginning of the year to my 10K month at the towards the middle of the year to now, where money, I don't care about money. Like I feel so abundant right here and right now, despite what the financial condition is. I mean, I'm opening the door to massive abundance to flood in, but that's not what I'm chasing after. What used to be so important for me was the future goals, like how am I gonna hit this 30K month, 10K month, 15K month, whatever that number is. It's so irrelevant now. It's so irrelevant now. And what really truly matters is basking in this moment, right here and right now, feeling as good, as amazing, as orgasmic as I can right here and right now, basking in appreciation, basking in gratitude, and being a conduit of awakened consciousness, being a conduit of divine love, first flowing to me from God, from source, and through me, outflowing my love, the divine love that I'm channeling to everybody that I come into contact with, being a presence of love, being a presence of healing, holding space, being creating a container for other people to evolve, to heal, to release their painful memories of the past. That's what I care about. That's what I live for, moment by moment. And that gives me so much feelings of abundance, so much wealth that no amount of money can ever give me. And at the end of the day, that's what we want, right? Like, why else are we showing up at a job every single day to get that money, to get the paycheck? And the craziest thing is, we work so hard for this money for things that we don't even know how to enjoy, right? We have days off and then we are on our phone, burying our heads on social media. We're not fully connecting to our loved ones. We're not sitting down and looking into each other's eyes and connecting. And when it's on our vacation, we're complaining about not enough time, not the food is not good enough. Like we're complaining all the time. So what is the point? Right? What is the point of having $1 million? What is the point of having this big house if you don't know how to appreciate it and enjoy it right now? Like whatever you don't know how to enjoy and appreciate right now, when you have the better thing, when you have the bigger house, when you have the nice car, the more money, you still won't know how to enjoy it, right? You gotta practice enjoying what you have right now, being okay with where you're at, and being in appreciation, basking in appreciation for where you're at. So when you do receive more, you know how to enjoy it. So I'm just taking a look. I want to see if the spider is still here. Anyways, guys, so really like reflect on what you have created in 2020. And for me, moving into 2021, here are my mantras. Number one, whatever arises, love that. I am fully committed to meeting myself, meeting everything, every experiences that arise in my day-to-day life with unconditional, tender, loving compassion, kindness, and just pure love. That's what I'm committed to creating in 2021. And also appreciation, gratitude, joy. I want to play. I want to play like a little girl again. I want to bring out my inner child, bring back my innocence. And also contribution, generosity, abundance. I know abundance is directly associated with generosity and contribution. So when I am operating from a state of abundance, then I know that I have so much to give, so much time, so much money, so much resources, so much energy, infinite amount, unconditionally, because I'm living and breathing and operating and being abundance. So that's my commitment in 2021, and also just deepening my relationship with God, deepening my relationship with faith, the spiritual realm, the non-physical, and getting to know what I am, not who I am, but what I am, and being a conduit for of awakened consciousness and divine love for everybody that I come into contact with. So let me know what your 2020 was like and what you are committed to creating in 2021. I cannot wait to hear all about it. And have an amazing day, everyone. Go out there and have fun, play, and create joy and connection. All right. Sending so much love from my heart to you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.